Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're re-diving deep into a gardening secret that's been around for centuries, but is now making a huge comeback. I'm talking about charcoal. No, not the kind for your weekend barbecue, but horticultural charcoal. This simple, black, unassuming material might just be the game changer your plants have been waiting for. Whether you're a seasoned green thumb or just starting your plant parent journey, you're going to want to stick around for this. We'll explore what it is, why it's so amazing for your plants, and exactly how you can use it to get those lush, vibrant results we all dream of. So grab your gardening gloves and let's get started. First things first, what exactly is horticultural charcoal? It's basically wood that's been burned in a low-oxygen environment, a process called pyrolysis. This isn't the same as the briquettes you use for grilling, which often contain chemical additives. Horticultural charcoal is pure carbon, and it's incredibly porous. Think of it like a super-absorbent sponge riddled with tiny microscopic holes, and it's these pores that are the key to its magic. Another term you might hear is biochar. While very similar, biochar is often charged or inoculated with beneficial microbes and nutrients before use, making it an even more potent soil amendment. But for today, we'll focus on the readily available horticultural charcoal and how you can use it straight out of the bag. So, why should you add this black gold to your potting mix? The benefits are truly impressive. The number one reason is improved drainage and aeration. Those tiny pores I mentioned create air pockets in the soil, which is crucial for root health. Plant roots need to breathe. Without enough oxygen, they can suffocate and become prone to root rot, which is one of the most common plant killers out there. By adding charcoal, you're creating a lighter, fluffier soil structure that allows water to drain freely while still holding onto the air your plant's roots desperately need. This is especially vital for plants like succulents, orchids, and aroids that absolutely hate having wet feet. But that's not all. Charcoal is also a master of purification, just like the charcoal filters in your water pitcher. Horticultural charcoal can absorb impurities, toxins, and even excess salts from your soil and water. If you've ever accidentally over-fertilized your plants, you know that sad, burnt look their leaves can get. Charcoal can help buffer against that by soaking up those excess mineral salts, protecting your plant's delicate roots. It also helps to sweeten the soil, meaning it can reduce soil acidity and prevent the potting mix from becoming sour and smelly over time, which is a common issue in pots without drainage holes. It's like a built-in detox system for your plant's home. Now, let's talk about water. It sounds a bit contradictory, right? I just said it improves drainage, but it also helps with water retention. Here's how. While it allows excess water to drain away, preventing waterlogging, the porous structure of the charcoal itself holds onto a certain amount of water. It then releases this moisture slowly back into the soil as it begins to dry out. This creates a more stable, evenly moist environment for the roots. It's like a personal reservoir for your plant, helping it get through those times you might forget to water or during a hot, dry spell. This buffering capacity means you'll likely find yourself watering less often, which is a win for both you and your plants. And the benefits just keep coming. Charcoal is an incredible habitat for beneficial microbes and fungi, like mycorrhizae. These microscopic good guys form a symbiotic relationship with your plant's roots, helping them absorb nutrients more effectively. By providing a safe and stable home for these microbes, charcoal essentially helps your plants build a stronger, more efficient root system. Think of it as a luxury apartment complex for all the helpful organisms in your soil. A thriving microbial community leads to a healthier, more resilient plant that's better equipped to fight off pests and diseases. It's a fantastic way to boost your plant's natural immune system. So, you're sold on the idea, but how do you actually use it? It's incredibly simple. The most common method is to incorporate it into your potting mix. A good rule of thumb is to replace about 10 to 20% of your soil volume with charcoal. For example, if you're mixing up 10 cups of potting soil, you'd add 1 or 2 cups of charcoal. Just mix it in thoroughly with your regular potting medium, whether it's peat moss, coco coir, or standard potting soil, along with other amendments like perlite or pumice. This creates a fantastic, well-aerated and long-lasting mix that most houseplants will absolutely love. Another popular technique, especially for terrariums or pots without drainage holes, is to use charcoal as a drainage layer. Before you add your soil, place a 1-inch layer of horticultural charcoal at the bottom of the container. This layer acts as a reservoir for excess water to collect, away from the plant's roots. As the water sits in this layer, the charcoal purifies it and prevents it from becoming stagnant and smelly, which would otherwise create a toxic environment for your plant. This is a simple trick that can save your plants in those trendy but tricky drainage-free pots. You can also use charcoal as a top dressing. Sprinkling a thin layer of fine charcoal on top of the soil can help deter certain pests, like fungus gnats. They dislike laying their eggs on the dry, abrasive surface. While it's not a foolproof solution, it's a great piece of an integrated pest management strategy. Plus, let's be honest, the dark, contrasting look of the black charcoal against the green foliage can be quite aesthetically pleasing, giving your plants a clean, modern look. It's functional and stylish. So, which plants benefit the most from charcoal? Honestly, almost all of them. But it's particularly a lifesaver for epiphytes like orchids and hoyas, which in nature grow on trees and are used to lots of air circulation around their roots. Aroids, think monsteras, philodendrons, and anthuriums, also thrive in the chunky, airy mix that charcoal helps create. Succulents and cacti, which are extremely susceptible to root rot, will thank you for the extra drainage. Even your standard leafy houseplants will appreciate the improved soil structure and purification benefits. It's a wonderfully versatile amendment. When you're buying charcoal, make sure you're getting horticultural-grade charcoal. Again, avoid barbecue briquettes at all costs. You can find it at most garden centers or online. It comes in various sizes, from fine powder to large chunks. For general potting mixes, a medium grade, with pieces about the size of a pea, works great. Larger chunks are perfect for very airy orchid mixes, while the finer stuff can be used for top dressing or for starting seeds. A little goes a long way, so one bag can last you for quite a while, making it a very cost-effective way to level up your plant care game. To sum it all up, horticultural charcoal is a powerhouse amendment for your soil. It improves drainage and aeration, prevents root rot, filters impurities and toxins, retains just the right amount of moisture, and provides a fantastic home for beneficial microbes. It's an all-natural, sustainable way to create the perfect environment for your plants to not just survive, but to truly thrive. Adding it to your routine is one of the easiest and most effective things you can do to see happier, healthier, and more resilient plants in your home. I really hope you found this deep dive into charcoal helpful. I encourage you to give it a try with your own plants and see the difference for yourself. Have you used charcoal in your potting mix before? What were your results? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your experiences. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please give it a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you do not miss any of our future gardening tips and tricks. Thanks so much for watching and happy planting!